a vanilla note comes up and just slaps you in the face. What's up, my cherry bombs? On today's video, we're gonna be sharing all my favorite sexy gourmand fragrances that I think is perfect to pick up during the Black Friday sales. Now, if you didn't know already, Twisted Lily is probably one of my favorite places to get samples at the moment, specifically for niche fragrances. And if you guys didn't know already, they're running their Black Friday sale right now. And currently, if you go on their website and you spin the wheel, you have the chance of winning 15, 20, 25, or even $50 off your entire order. The first fragrance that I highly recommend to get during this sale is a beautiful Tonka fragrance. Now, when we're talking about Tonka, this is the first fragrance that comes to mind. Now, I'm gonna be sharing two Tonka fragrances with you guys today, but this one right here is one that I really like a lot, and it introduced me to the note of Tonka. And if you're looking for the perfect Tonka fragrance, then this one is it, and it is BDK's Velvet Tonka. Now, I am a sucker for a gold bottle, a gold cap, or a gold accent. I'm just a sucker for that. I love gold, but like, can we look at the golden juice though? Like, it's just giving elegancy. Oh my God, every single time I smell this fragrance, it just takes me back. One thing about this fragrance is that it's sexy. It's a sexy Tonka fragrance. It's smooth. You could smell how smooth it is. Like if you've smelled powder, and of course it has powdery vibes to it, but if you ever smell powder, you could smell how smooth it is. And I know it kind of sounds weird, but if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. And that's what you get from this. It's super smooth, it's super luxe, and it's super sexy. This is one that I wear, and every single time I wear it, my husband is always on my neck. Like, he's always sniffing me. And sometimes, like, he will try to hide the fact that he's sniffing me, so he'll just occasionally, like, give me a hug. And I notice him inhaling a little extra. And I'm just like, I smell good, don't I? And he'd be like, no. And I'm just like, I know I smell good, okay? Because, I mean, at this point in my fragrance journey, he knows that I know that he's gonna say I'm smelling good. So sometimes he'd be like, nah, you don't smell good. Low-key, he loves it. With the deals going on right now, this is a good one to start off your BDK collection or even start off your Tonka collection. The next fragrance is one that I discovered this year. And honestly, you guys, if you're looking for a gourmand rose fragrance, then this is it. If you're a girl that likes the florals, that like the gourmands, that likes the sensual, sexy aspects of a fragrance, and you just want one, because honestly, if I found this fragrance a couple years ago, maybe my collection wouldn't be as crazy as it is right now, because this is marking all of the check marks for me when it comes to a gourmand, a floral, and a sexy. And it's from the mean London, and it is Peregrina. Now, if you guys didn't know already, I did a dedicated video for Peregrina, so I'll put it right here for you guys. But Peregrina is that girl, okay? She starts off very sexy and very sensual, like straight out the bag. She starts off sexy, and in the mid you get sexy, and in the base you get sexy, sexy, sexy. It is so good, and it's one of those fragrances that always give me compliments. I've only worn it twice, one to an influencer event, and I got tons of compliments, and I kind of feel like that didn't count because they knew I was a fragrance girly, so, you know. But the second time I wore it to date night, I actually got 2 compliments on my way to the restroom from guys, okay? And they didn't know I was with someone until I showed them my hand. And this right here is really, really good. It will get you those attractions, and it's very classy at the same time. So it's not one of those fragrances that you could only wear when you're trying to be sexy. You can really wear this almost anywhere, and I could see this being someone's signature scent, especially for the fall and the winter time. So Peregrina definitely is a good one to go with. Now, this next one is so pretty, and it's so cute, and it's so sexy at the same time. It's from Wilhelm Perfumery, and it is Poets of Berlin. I find these bottles super cute. They remind me of banana every single time I see them. But Poets of Berlin is that girl, okay? She is that girl that is sexy, conservative, but also bold. Like, she's a mixture of all of that. It has blueberry and lemon at the top, and I thought that was genius because blueberry is super sexy sexy, it's super pretty. And the first blueberry fragrance that I smelled was Fenty, but that's more of an ambery musky fragrance. It had the blueberry, but it was not prominent throughout the whole fragrance. But this one, I find this blueberry prominent throughout the whole fragrance, even though it does die down in the base. But this is good. And when it dies down, a vanilla note comes up and just slaps you in the face. I love this one, but what really stood out for me was the bamboo note, because that blueberry and the bamboo, in my opinion, kind of clashed a little bit, but in a good way. Because most brands would go with blueberry and then straight to rose. No. So what they did here, they went with blueberry, which is a juicy, fruits, and then they transitioned to bamboo. And bamboo to me kind of reminds me of like a wet aquatic, in my opinion, and it's also fresh. So you're coming from the juices from the blueberry, and then they're trying to bring you down the slope slowly versus just throwing you into the woods, So I think that this was genius. The blending and the artwork in this fragrance is amazing. But aside from all of that, it just smells really good. And if you're looking for a really good signature scent fragrance, then this one is it. And if you like Flora Street's vanilla fragrance, then this one is one that you will love. Poets of Berlin is really nice. And what I like about this is that they have 3 different sizes. So they have a 50 ml, a 30 ml, and a 100 ml. And this is the 50 ml. And honestly, I think the 50 ml is a perfect size. This next fragrance is one that I've been on the lookout for a whole month, and it's been sold out on Twisted Lily. And before I made this video, before adding it to this video, because I have tons of fragrances that I could share from Twisted Lily, but I wanted to share my absolute favorites, and y'all, it's in stock. And I was so happy when it came in stock, because this is actually, let me see, the most affordable one on this list. Straight up. At Twisted Lily, it's $108. So imagine 15, 20, 25% off of this fragrance, okay? And it is Van Ecstasy. Now, I thought that name was very, very smart, because it is addicting. It is super addictive, y'all. My husband wore it, so it's very unisex if you like gourmands. My husband don't mind. He'll wear almost anything, as long as it smells good. And this is like the beautiful caramel fragrance that you've been looking for, that is subtle, but at the same time is strong, that is not too hard to wear, but at the same time everybody will smell you, type of fragrance that you've been looking for. And what I like about this brand a lot is the actual packaging. What? This packaging is just so gorgeous. And I also like the fact that it is a niche house that is extremely affordable. Like, you have Chanel that's more expensive than this. Of course it's Chanel, but come on now. This is niche. This is a house that focuses on specific notes and gourmand notes. Now, they have a new collection that's coming out. I think it's about coffee. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But this is from their vanilla line, and it's amazing. This next fragrance is one that's not a safe blind buy, but thank God that they have samples. And while we're talking about sample, I wanted to share with you guys a sample pack that I got from Twisted Lily before I get into this fragrance. But I was very curious on the Maison Crivelli fragrances. Now, Maison Crivelli is not on sale, and Francis Crick de Jean is not on sale. They're excluded. I know. But I was very curious, and I wanted to try them out, but I didn't want to blind buy because the prices are a little pricey. Twisted Lily have sample sets, and you can build yours, or you can go with the Twisted Lily one, or you can pick a specific set from a specific house. Next fragrance is one from Etat Libre d'Orange, and it is a amazing gourmand fragrance. And this is one of my favorite gourmand fragrances that I discovered this year, and it is Frustration. This is amazing. It is chestnuts, it's vanilla, it is a gourmand. Now, a lot of people compare it to By the Fireplace, and I wouldn't say that it smells like By the Fireplace. It has a chestnut note, but this chestnut is a little bit more refined, and it doesn't have that smoky aspect. In the dry down, it just becomes a really nice vanilla fragrance. And y'all, it is long lasting and it's beastly, so everyone will smell you. The sillage is to die for. This one, I did review it, so I'm not gonna stay on it too much. If you want to see the full review, I'll put the video right here for you guys. But I highly recommend to get this, especially now, because these fragrances don't be going on sale like that. So, Frustration by Etat Libre d'Orange. This is for my girls that love tobacco. And I used to love tobacco on men. I felt like there wasn't any good fragrances out there that had a tobacco note in it that was very friendly and very good for a woman to wear. But this one, when I discovered it, I was just in love. And it's from Amouage, and it is Amouage Sunshine Woman. Now, can we get Can we give it up for these bottles? I love Amouage bottles. They're just so luxurious. Swarovski crystals. It's a magnet cap. And this yellow has like little sparkles on it. And then this has sunshine right here. But talk about a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It has coconut in it, and it has tobacco, and it has vanilla. Like, this is so unique, and I love this fragrance. This is honestly like the most safest fragrance from Amouage that I would have to say that is easy to blind buy. Amouage really does good, unique fragrances if you're trying to stand out, but this one right here is the craziest fragrance ever, because every single time I wear it, I fill up a room. People are always complimenting me. I wear it in the summertime, springtime, fall, and wintertime. So if you're looking for a nice tobacco fragrance, and the tobacco in here is white tobacco, so it's a little bit more friendlier and it's a little bit more softer, then this one is one that you need to get. Next one is on everybody's wish list and in everyone's collection. It's one from Maison Margiela, and of course it is by the Fireplace. Smoky, sexy fragrance. It's chestnuts. Now the chestnut in this is a little bit more harsher, and this has like a smoky, woody aspect to it that I love. Honestly, this one leans a little bit more masculine to other people, but for me, I think it's completely unisex. It's sexy. If you didn't know, and I really love this about this brand, they replicate different times and places. Of course, by the Fireplace is wintertime, drinking your coffee or whiskey or whatever have you, cuddled up by a fireplace in the cold in the wintertime. So I love that. Definitely check this one out. Now, this right here is my favorite vanilla fragrance in my whole collection, and I just love it. You need it. If you're looking for like a vanilla fragrance that I recommend that is a little bit more niche and you're trying to step out your comfort zone, this is it. And it's Lyra by Gurrlll. Now, of course, I have the original packaging, the original bottle. I got my bottle right before they reformulated the fragrance, and they reformulated the bottle or whatever they have you. A lot of people say it doesn't last long. I have not tried the new one. So when it comes to this one, I recommend it because I love the scent, but I recommend trying the sample first. Lyra is really nice. I'm not gonna stay on this one too much because y'all know how much I love this fragrance. Now, you guys know that it would not be a solid list if I didn't have a rose fragrance, right? This right here is my go-to rose fragrance. I haven't pulled for her in a minute because I don't know, like sometimes when I like a fragrance so much, I don't even want to touch them. And this one is from Parfums de Marly, and it is Delina. I remember when I got Delina in my collection, I just fell in love. I felt like I was the best smelling person on earth. I still do. But I felt like no one could beat me when I wear this fragrance. And honestly, just being honest, every time I do wear the fragrance, no one really can beat me. Like, I always smell better. And it's not a competition, but I just know that. You know when you smell good, okay? And this is one that I really, really recommend to get during this sale because you really can't get no discounts off of this unless you get it off of retailers and stuff like that. But one thing I do like about Twisted Lily, you can test them out, one, and then you can also get samples. And during the Black Friday deals, there's gift with purchase. So I definitely recommend this one if you're looking for a solid rose fragrance. This next fragrance is one that's pretty new to my collection. I mean, like spanking new. I got it this week and I am in love with it. It's already in a top 10 video that's coming up soon. And you guys, it's just good. It's from Montal, and it is Arabian Tonka. Now, if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you would know that this was my scent of the day for Thanksgiving. And y'all, it was my first time wearing it fully. The only time I wore it was when I sprayed it on my wrist. Y'all, the compliments was overwhelming. People would just kept on complimenting me. If I held a baby, I give the baby back. The baby smelled like me, right? Like if I hugged someone, they were like, oh my God, girl, you smell so good. Actually, my friend texted me saying that she cannot get the scent off of her jacket because I gave her a hug. And this is so good. Like she was asking me when I went to go buy a bottle because I was going to a Thanksgiving dinner, a Friendsgiving type of dinner thing. And I went to go buy a bottle of Haitian rum, which is Babankou. And the first thing the person at the cashier said was, "You smell amazing. Do you mind me asking what you're wearing?" And I said, "Yeah, Arabian Tonka by Montal Paris." And she was like, "Can you write that down for me? Because this is so good." Like you walked in, it was only me because most people around that time, it was like 7 p.m. 6 p.m. was already eating dinner, and we were heading there because it started at 7. And she was like, the moment you walk in, you filled up this whole area because the cashier was right by the door. And I was just like, thank you so much. And she said, I don't care, I would have to have it. And I told her Twisted Lily, and I wrote everything down, and I let her know that they're having a sale during Black Friday. So definitely get this one. Y'all, so sexy, so sexy. It's rose, it is vanilla, it is oud, but the oud in this fragrance is super, super smooth, and it's in the background. It's more of a sexy gourmand. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that was it for the video, you guys. If you are planning on shopping Black Friday at Twisted Lily, comment down below what you're planning on getting. And don't forget that you don't have to get a full bottle. You can definitely get sample sizes because the coupon codes do work on that too. And what did you guys wear on Thanksgiving? I'm super curious. Comment down below. And don't forget that Twisted Lily will be having Cyber Monday deals as well. And once I figure out what that deal is, I will share this video and put it in the captions what the deal is. And if I think it's a good deal, then definitely keep your notifications on so you can get those notifications in my communities tab. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here yet again. Until we see each other again, everything will be linked in the description box below. Please, please, please stay safe and keep on smelling fragrances. Bye, cherry bombs. I love you guys. Bye.